What's good, y'all? FJT is back with another storytime video, and it's still another day, another dollar we don't spend on these 304s. This came across my mind, so I was like, let me make a video about this. So I was about, I don't know, like 17 years old at the time when I got my first job working at this minimum wage spot. After working there for a little while, you'll start to notice there's a lot of people that work there and then they quit. So there's always new people working there like every other week or so. So one day I noticed there's a new girl working at the company, and we'll call her Annabelle. And in my opinion, she wasn't the baddest thing walking around the planet, but in my opinion, she looked real good. Like nice, slim, thick body, medium length hair, perfect white smile. But here's the thing. She's tall as hell. And she's taller than me. So her height is like 6'14". I'm saying to myself, I don't know why the freak she's working here. She should be in the WNBA. So my one boy at the job was like, yo, FJT, you see the new girl that works here? Yo, she tall as a mug, but she tight bad, yo. I'm like, I know, right? He's like, yo, you should go holler at her before someone else bags her. So in order to holler at her, I was trying to figure out an excuse to get into her section because we weren't usually allowed to be near the cashiers. So I eventually caught her when she was taking a break by herself in the break room by the time clock. So I walk up, introducing myself and asking her about herself and whatnot. She's acting super nervous around everyone since she's new at the company. I took the slow approach, so I didn't ask for a number right away. I had to feel her out and check her temperature because I didn't know if she was interested in me or not. And I didn't want to catch a potential #MeToo case at the workplace and get fired. But long story short, after getting to know her more, she showed a little interest towards me, the longer she worked at the company. So like my intentions wasn't to try and make her wifey or nothing like that. I guess I was cool with dating her for a little bit, but if the opportunity presented itself, because at the time, I never threw down with a tall chick before, so I thought it would be cool to get that notch under my belt. I threw down with multiple tall ass women in the past, but back when I was working at that company, I haven't had the opportunity yet. But my subscribers, you already know what's up, because I made a video in the past talking about smashing tall ass chicks. If you're a follower of the channel, you probably remember the tall ass white chick I met at the gym that bought me some Chick-fil-A sandwiches on the first date. Then we went 50-50 on the hotel room, and I proceeded to blow her front and back out from pillar to post. Oh my God. But the newcomers could check out that video if you haven't already. And let me get back on topic because I'm already rambling on about something else. So Annabelle, after she got to know me better, some days she'll play fight with me and get physical sometimes. And sometimes it could be borderline sexual. There were times she'll get mad close and face off with me the same way fighters do at weigh-ins. Felt like I was facing off with a Nubian giraffe. And she'll walk up and be like what? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? So I pick her up and throw her down on the ground and stand over it like, yeah. So what's all that issue was talking? And she smiled and her face is all red from blushing. She say, wow, FJT, you're so strong. Yeah, I know, Annabelle. Yeah, I know. But on the real, I low-key didn't like getting physical with her because I get hard and erect. And once it got up, it wouldn't go down. I'd have freaking pre-ejac all up in my underwear, and it's a weird feeling. So once she came out her shell and started to become more social, she started bragging to me and other coworkers that she's a virgin, because she would go around saying, I'm not that kind of girl. I'm not that kind of girl. I'm a virgin. I'm a virgin. I'm a virgin. I'm a virgin. So some of the homies came up to me like, Yo, FJT, are you still going to try to get at her? She says she a virgin. Okay, is a cherry supposed to stop me? Bring out the caution tape. I don't have no weird fetish like Dracula, but it's natural. As long as she ain't got no infections, diseases, or nothing like that, and I'm strapped up, then it's fair game. Some of the homies was like, dang, FJT, she tall. You think you can handle all that in the sheets? What? Man, I ain't worried about none of that. He's like, yo, you know she's a high school basketball player, right? Oh yeah, well, if she's a basketball player and then I'm a lumberjack, man, I'll chop that tree down. Timber! The fuck you mean, can I handle that? What? Like Michael Jackson said, you don't like to climb trees? You're missing out. They talking about so you funny, FJT, you funny. Man, y'all laughing. I'm dead ass serious. I bend her tall ass over on her grandmother's futon. Now we the same height. I bring her down to my size, aka fun size. I don't care if she's 6'17". She looked real good and got double X chromosomes, so my thing don't discriminate when it comes to a woman. Like Little John say, turn down for what? Yeah, I mean, they talking about some FJT, can you handle it? What? That's why I laugh when dudes on the internet say they get intimidated and feel inferior when a chick is tall. I don't know, man. She's gonna think I'm too short. I don't think she's gonna respect me, man. That's when you have a young fella like me step on the scene. Hey, step to the side, young blood. Let me show you how it's done. Watch me work. Don't sweat the technique. Yeah, I know people don't like getting talked about or getting made fun of, but people are going to talk smack about you regardless, behind your back, no matter who you are, what you do. That's just the world we live in. It is what it is. But so eventually got her number and talked to her on the phone one day, and she said we should hang outside of work sometime. I'm like, hell yeah, let's hang out and do something. You're a 10-minute drive away. We plan a date and a time. So then she flaked on me and claimed that she's too busy. Then later on, either I called her or she called me. I don't remember, but I confronted her about the flaking and she was still making excuses. She's like, oh, I don't know if this is a good idea that we hang out. I said, why? She's like, oh, because my boyfriend will get mad. Heart drops. Boom. What? Boyfriend? I had no idea she had a boyfriend. I'm like, how long y'all been together? She said they've been together for like a couple of years or something like that. That took all the life out my spirit. And I kind of wasn't interested in her no more. I know most guys will say they would still continue to talk with her and, you know, still try to smash if she's in a relationship. But I don't know, for some reason, I didn't care about it. I didn't care about it anymore because it just like turned me off. So when I was at the job, I'll remain professional. I'll still talk to her at times, but it wasn't the same. And some of the other dudes I was cool with would jokingly say sometimes like, yo, FJT, your girl Annabelle is here. Why aren't you talking to her? And I told them I felt bad because she told me she has a boyfriend of like 2-3 years. And they're like, what? Yo, that's hard to believe because it's hard to believe she has a boyfriend, you know, because the way she talks about you and the way she flirts with you, it's hard to believe she's a virgin because the way she acts. I'm like, I know, right? And eventually she fell back too because she could feel the energy that I was giving off, that I didn't want to talk to her anymore. So she wouldn't talk to me anymore, but she would stare at me from across the room a lot. And if she caught me looking at her, she'll try to hold back her smile and roll her eyes. So eventually I went ahead and got a girlfriend, and I met this girl at the job because she has a relative that works with me. So my girlfriend at the time would sometimes come in to pick up that relative in her car. And I have a real crazy story about this girl. I might have to make a 3-part video for that one, or I might be talking in that video for a whole hour. So y'all stay tuned for that one. So after about a week of me and this new girl dating, sometimes she would come to my job to see me. I guess Annabelle was watching in the cut, putting two and two together. So I remember Annabelle randomly calls me huffing and puffing like, FJT, I can't believe you. I hate you. I'm like, what's your problem? What are you talking about? She's like, so you got a girlfriend now? I say, oh yeah. Yeah, I do. Annabelle's like, I can't believe you. So I'm on the phone holding my laughing and I'm saying, Annabelle, what's the problem? Why you getting mad? Because you have your own boyfriend. Every time I asked her that question, she couldn't even answer me. All she could say was, FJT, she's so ugly. You could do so much better than that. No, she's not, Annabelle. Cut it out. Cut it out. I don't know why you tripping because you could have had me if you didn't have a boyfriend. And she's like, yeah, he's my boyfriend, but it's complicated. I was thinking about breaking up with him for you. Whatever, Annabelle, whatever. So when I see Annabelle at the job, she would try not to smile and she'll roll her eyes and keep bringing up the girl I was dating, saying I could have done better. And if I was standing talking to someone or if I'm by myself working on something, she'll playfully bump into me with her shoulder or bump into me with her hips like, whoops, sorry, I didn't see you there. So all in all, she was just looking for attention. So to the guys that ask me dating advice who don't have much experience with the ladies yet, not a PUA dude, but I'll tell you this, just because she shows some interest by giving you attention or flirting, it doesn't always mean she's truly interested. Pay close attention because sometimes they flirt with you or tease you because they want attention or a favor or free food or some trying to get free labor out of you. And I'll tell guys like, bro, she doesn't like you. And guys have on love goggles on like, nah, man, you don't know what you're talking about. This one is different. You just hating. You just hating on true love. She loves me. And then later on come back like, FJT, you was right. A lot of guys get misled and get their feelings hurt thinking the girl truly liked them. So Annabelle just probably wanted a work husband because I worked at many different jobs where women that have a boyfriend or husband want to exchange numbers with me, flirt with me, or flirt with other guys because they want some attention or a work husband. But later on, Annabelle got fired from the job. If I remember correctly, I think she called me one day and told me she got fired. Shortly after that, we never kept in touch, so nothing else happened between me and her. So just a quick story I thought about and I figured I'd share with y'all. And I'm not telling you guys what to do, but based off my real life experience, I recommend you to never, ever dip your pen in the company ink.